A 12-hour train ride from Moscow is the small mining town of Storyosko. This is not Los Angeles or Las Vegas. No glitz, no glamour, and no paparazzi. One would not expect the baddest man on the planet here.
Действительно, я бы мог, конечно, тренироваться в любом месте, в любом городе и России, и мира, но я люблю свой город. Я здесь вырос, у меня здесь родители, мои друзья здесь, мой спортзал здесь.
Isolated and insulated, Fedor's distance has created a mystique. And with that comes great speculation.
Ходит много слухов, на самом деле все намного проще.
The weights show rust, the bags a bit torn, and there is no secret. It is simple. Train your body, perfect your skills, and prepare.
Ну, чтобы такая техника была на соревнованиях, нужно иметь большой запас в тренировках. Нужно выполнять большой объем работы. Поэтому я выхожу и работаю, не переставая, работаю как заведенный мотор.
Fedor's day starts with a 5-mile run. Then the work begins. It's not unusual and can be seen in gyms around the world. But the amount and the intensity is what separates Fedor.
Очень много бегаю, борюсь. Очень много уделяю технике стоя, у меня много спарринга. Очень много работаю.
To be a champion, the gym must become your home, and your focus can never waver.
Alle mensen willen winnen bij hem. En hij is met iedere vechter, hij is doen wat nieuwe vechters, hij is gewoon echt hard werk.
Trainer Alexander Michkov has been working with Fedor since 2000. When he first saw Emilianenko, Michkov knew he had a great talent, but it was Fedor's raw skill that needed to be honed.
Все начинали с нуля, но тем не менее у него очень хорошая координация, быстро научился правильности нанесения ударов, защитных действий.
Throughout the day, no angle is left uncovered, and every member of the team has his role.
Я его помогаю ему ставить ноги, движения, защитные действия за счет корпуса, за счет ног. Вот как бы в этом направлении мы с ним постоянно и работаем.
Если он что-то делает, то он делает это от начала до конца и выкладывается весь. Что бы это он ни делал.
Kirill Sadelnikov is Fedor's main training partner, and sometimes it's a painful experience.
Можно, Антон?
Да.
Все, если ты способен. Извини.
То, что на лице вот как бы по-боему, это все во время тренировок с Федором. Немножко есть, наверное, азарт. То есть сможет, там, не сможет, смогу ли я уйти.
Пушечка. Сейчас. Сам дай пушечка. Сейчас прилетит.
Как бы в этом азарте, ну, и смешно, и больно.
There is no rest and no days off. A fighter is as good as the work he puts in, but for the baddest man on the planet, it's not work at all.
Мне очень приятна усталость после тренировки, когда изнеможенный идешь домой, еле ноги волочешь. Мне это очень приятно.
For Fedor, familiarity is key, and after a hard day of training, his body needs to rest.
А дети наши тут родные. А дети наши родные тут, а?
Longtime friend Denis Kurilov's family owns the bathhouse that Fedor uses. Again, it's very simple. Fedor uses a traditional Russian practice to help keep his body pure.
Баня помогает очень для восстановления между тренировками. завариваем в кипятке и потом друг друга нагоняем пар, массажируем, так сказать, объем друг друга вениками. Выгоняет всю молочную кислоту. Очень хорошо для восстановления, чтобы новую неделю начать полным сил.
And this is Fedor's routine, week in and week out. When you finally get to see it, it appears normal. And that's exactly what Fedor wants. We've seen the training. Now we go inside the ring with the baddest man on the planet. His mindset, his tactics, his flawless techniques. How Fedor dismantled the world's greatest fighters. No other fighter in the world is Fedor. No other fighter is the baddest man on the planet. Welcome back to the baddest man on the planet.
One of the things that makes Fedor so great is the fear of the unknown. And up until this point, Fedor was largely unknown. Now we've had a chance to see him train in the rusty gyms out there in the woods, but you haven't really seen the action until you see the great Fedor step into the ring. From his early days of pride to his utter destruction of former UFC heavyweight king Tim Sylvia, this is the man you should fear most.
When Fedor enters the ring, the lights, cameras, and screaming fans do not enter his mind.
The way his facial expression is and the way his mind seems to be so extremely focused, you can see his mental strength.
Перед боем уже поздно о чем-то думать, уже поздно составлять какие-либо техники и тактику на бой.
I think one of the things that, as a fan of the sport, I admire and kind of get a kick out of in watching Fedor compete is his demeanor.
A lot of fighters will start to go into the ring and their heart rate is already starting to race.
Crazy reactions, like a freaking reaction, it's not going to help you.
Nobody doesn't like him. You know, he's got this icy blue U-boat commander kind of thing.
Когда я иду на бой, я стараюсь ни о чем не думать и собраться в себе, сконцентрироваться. И идя на бой, я не испытываю никаких эмоций, ни злости, ни жалости, ни, не знаю, других каких-либо. Не вызывая в себе эмоций, я выхожу на бой с чистой головой.
Every part of your training, everything that you thought about doing for however many months you've been working for that fight, you put it on display.
Fedor burst onto the MMA scene primarily in the Pride League in Japan. For many, they quickly saw that someone very special had arrived.
The first time I saw Fedor fight was against Heath Herring. And I actually turned on the fight because I wanted to see Heath Herring beat up on this Russian guy.
Heath Herring, this American Texan, was, I don't want to say the gatekeeper, but he was pretty respected.
All of a sudden I'm seeing this guy take it to Heath up.
And there's the knee.
Whoa. He doesn't stand up.
Why should he? I think Heath has been dilapidated to some extent here.
He landed these shots with a tremendous amount of force and velocity that we hadn't seen before.
I got one word for this fight. I got one word only, and that is impressive.
In Fedor, even the greats saw something that had never been seen before.
The wow factor came with Fedor in his ability to kind of take ground and pound to a whole new place.
He hits harder than anybody I have ever seen when he's on the ground.
I do not want to have him in my guard because his ground and pound is really sick.
You really instantly knew, you know, within minutes, this guy was too fast and he hit too hard.
He's trained all his life for whatever comes across the ring. Big guy, small guy, quick guy, white guy, black guy, Asian guy, it doesn't matter. He's ready for whatever comes.
Каждая победа мне дорога, каждая победа далась мне большим трудом.
It's not always his power and strength that impress. In 2003, Fedor showed that even when tested, he possesses a calm that can overcome any blow.
When I fought him, I didn't want him to be able to throw those punches and stuff and hit me, so I wanted to stay close to him, get him to the ground.
Can Redmond take him down? Whoa! Yeah!